From news and views, issues and opportunities, we'll have in-depth conversations with decision makers to find out what they know and what they think. I'm Rico Hizon, inviting you to join the exchange because your business is our business. May good times come your way in this year of the Water Tiger. With a passion for achieving goals, a strong learning ability, calm and careful demeanor, characteristics you will need in business, career, and relationships. More than a string of good luck, the Filipino-Chinese business community has proven time and again that determination, hard work, and camaraderie will help shape success. And let's pause, relax, and surround ourselves with flowers and coffee at a cafe owned by Filipino-Chinese siblings in our Sweet Vision. Government data reveals China was the Philippines' top source of imports last year. For decades, China remains as a top trading partner with a number of investors from Beijing setting up shop in the country. So what makes the Philippines attractive to foreign investment and its impact on the Philippine economy? Let's now have an exchange with Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Henry Lim Bon Leong. Henry, Gong Shi Fat Chai, Kung Hei Fat Choi, Happy Lunar New Year to you.
Rico, Kyong Hei Fat Chai. This is our food chain of Kong Hei Fat Choi kasi that one is Cantonese yun eh, di ba?
Having lived,
if you want Mandarin, it's Kong Si Fa Chai.
Yes, having lived abroad, those were the greetings that I learned. Henry, the economy expanded by 5.6% in 2021, in contrast to the contraction in 2020. Are Filipino-Chinese businessmen expecting a sustained recovery in 2022?
Yes, in fact, I make a very bold prediction. Even last December, that this year is going to be at this 5.5% to 6.5% to 7.5% GDP growth for us. And as far as we are concerned, we are not basing it on economic data, but we feel the pulse of the businessman. You should know that the Federation is composed of 170 different business organizations. And be it and then we have chapters now everywhere, from Mapari to Tawi-Tawi. And we also conduct surveys now with our our members. So we came out with at least the figures of around 6.5 to 7.5. And
well,
then this Omicron barrier, as long as it does not go beyond the first quarter, we can still maintain that growth.
That is a bold outlook. And with the optimism of the Federation, are Filipino-Chinese businessmen across the archipelago also expanding their operations?
Everybody is doing their part except for the retail industries now, which are badly hit. No? The restaurants, the tourist industries, we have also a lot of our members who are in the hotel business also. They're actually crying at the moment. But we are seeing that the end is near. And you know that there are also airlines now. Members of our community, they also own the airlines also, and they are also trying also. But at the same time, we are very resilient. We are practically seeing a light at the end of the tunnel.
Despite the economic growth in 2021 and your expectations and the Federation's outlook of 6.5% or higher this year, millions of our kababayans, Henry, are still unemployed or underemployed. What is your job forecast with this kind of growth? How many jobs will be created this year by Filipino-Chinese businesses?
Actually, it all depends on the government initiative. As we are saying that there should be no more lockdowns, we should go back to level 1. We used to debate now whether it's really economy or life now, which is very important. But, if there's no economy, then there's no more life also for us to discuss about. Because when we do a lockdown, a lot of our retail businesses has closed down. We have a member who has 250 stores. They also closed around 50% of them. And then what they are getting is that they are only getting maybe 20 to 30% of the usual sales before. It's not even enough now for them to sustain. They need at least 50% of the sales to 60%. So these are the things that's happening, and we cannot blame them for. Last year, we are encouraging everybody, members to keep the advance 13-month, advance sick leave, vacation leave, and all the other things. But this year, it's very difficult for us to ask them to do the same thing. The only thing is that we would like to government, because we are advocating spend, spend, and spend.
Right.
But that's why we have to spend more. But how do you spend if there's no liquidity in the lower echelon? So the government should really inject liquidity to the lower level of the society. But then again, last December, we received some very good news from our retail members also, that their sales are even better than even before the pandemic. No? So people, bakit? Why? No, maybe it's because maybe for 2 years now, they've not gone out for shopping. When suddenly when they see the new style of clothing, shoes, and all this, so they tend to buy more. Or maybe, for those who can really afford it, no, I think that's really what's
and
happening.
Henry, the Filipino-Chinese business community are pillars of the economy. Have many of your members shifted to the digital platform, pivoted to digitization to be able to keep up with the changing times?
Actually, it's, when you shift to digital platform, it's not really an overnight. So many are thinking of the new norm already, but definitely the digital platform will be the new norm for the future. But the one that is benefiting from them are the smaller one, household, who will do a buy and sell through online. And I think they are doing good now. I have members that are baking, what do you call this, baked sushi or whatever, and also making a lot of good stuff, breads and puddings and cakes. So these are the ones that's really flourishing among the own. But the bigger one, I mean, they're trying to do it, but not as quick as we expected.
Thank you so much for this business community exchange, and happy Lunar New Year to you, Henry Lim Bonyong. And now here's a rundown of the week's top business stories. The National Telecommunications Commission awards some frequencies previously used by ABS-CBN to other media companies. And these include Tycoon Manny Villar's Advanced Media Broadcasting System, Apollo Kibuloy's Sunshine Media Corporation, as well as Aleo Broadcasting Corporation. The country's farm output declined in 2021. Agriculture and fisheries production was lower by 1.7%, sharper than the contraction in 2020. And the U.S. Central Bank signals a possible interest rate hike soon, likely in March. The move would mark the first rate increase in 3 years. And when we come back on The Exchange, where your business is our business, is 2022 meant to bring us good fortune? We talk to Feng Shui expert Hans Kua on ways we can welcome the Year of the Water Tiger. And we speak to Filipino-Chinese cafe owners about how they grew their business at a young age. This is CNN Philippines. News you can use, news you can trust. Welcome back to The Exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. The economy grew faster than expected last year as full-year output hit 5.6%. The 2021 gross domestic product number was in contrast to a contraction of 9.6% in 2020, the worst rate of decline since World War II. The fourth quarter expansion of 7.7% contributed largely to the better-than-expected full-year performance despite the impact of Typhoon Odette. The easing of restrictions and decline in COVID-19 cases boosted tourism and household consumption. And while farm output fell, losses were offset by factory production and other sectors that remained operational, like construction, trade, and transport.
The door to our economic recovery is now fully open. we are optimistic that we will not only recover to the pre-pandemic level in 2022, but achieve the upper middle income country status.
Despite the Omicron-fueled surge in cases early this year, Socioeconomic Planning Secretary Carl Chua says the country is on track to attain 7.9% growth as long as it reverts to alert level 2 or lower by the end of this quarter. Amid disruptions caused by the COVID-19, a number of our kababayans are yearning for that balance and harmony. Will the year of the water tiger bring us good fortune to get us back on track? Let's now have an exchange with Feng Shui Master Hans Kuwa. Master Hans, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, for those who are not familiar with Feng Shui, how does it work and what is its purpose?
Yes po, ang Feng Shui, tama po ang Feng Shui ng bahay, ng office, o ng negosyo mo. It might enhance balance, pag maraming benta, might enhance good harmony sa family members, might enhance good health, and also might enhance magandang harmony with each one of the mga employees or with your client, with your boss also. So Feng Shui is important sa each one of us dahil ito po yung nakakatulong para magkaroon ma-reach natin ang good luck, good fortune na gusto natin makuha.
So magkakaroon ba ng balance, harmony, and fortune in this year of the water tiger, Master Hans?
Yes po, unlike last year, 2021, the money or the wealth element is missing. This year po, Water Tiger, the money or the wealth element naman po this year is very strong. So marami pong wealth element. However, missing ang element this year ng fire element. So kulang po ang pagsusot po ng yellow will enhance your good luck, good fortune dahil fire element is the resource element. The metal element is also missing this year. The metal element naman is the ideas, wisdom. So maraming wealth element, wala pong resource element at wala pong wisdom element. So makakatulong siguro ang pagsusuot ng yellow gold or golden yellow is the lucky color for the year of the Water Tiger 2022.
All right, golden yellow, the color of the year and the water tiger. So, ano po mga negosyo have the highest chance of success in the year of the water tiger, Master Hans?
Yes po, negosyo may kinalaman pa rin sa mga apoy food, restaurant, LPG, gas station, electric, electronics, mga social media pa rin po. Mga videos, mga paggagawa po ng mga video ng mga graphic design o mga may kinalaman pa rin po sa mga mata, may kinalaman pa rin po sa virtual reality ay mga patok na negosyo pa rin po based po sa astrological forecast prediction sa 2022 year of the water tiger.
Ano mga negosyo naman, Master Hans, ang hindi papatok sa 2022?
Posibleng mabagal ang negosyo, may kinalaman pa rin sa tubig, travel industry, may kinalaman pa rin sa import-export, may kinalaman pa rin sa transportation, o yung mga trading is mahina pa rin o posibleng mabagal pa rin because of the water element sa 2022 year of the water tiger.
Is this a good year, Master Hans, to start a business?
This year is a good year to start business. Marami ang wealth element. The characteristic of this tiger is a hunter mode. So we have to go out of our bahay. Pero syempre mag-wear pa rin tayo ng face mask, mag-vaccine tayo at magpa-booster. We have to go out of our bahay like the hunter mode ng characteristic ng tiger na to. So makalalabas tayo at makakahanap tayo ng opportunity at ng pera sa 2022.
Ayan, fortune and fame in 2022. But ang Feng Shui din is about directions. Kundi northeast, southeast, north, west. What are the lucky and unlucky directions in the year of the water tiger?
Okay, let's start with the 5 lucky direction on the year of the water tiger. Northeast direction is where the money sector is located. So yung cashier nyo po, ilagay nyo po yan sa northeast sector. Northeast, if you're year born on the year of the ox or year of the tiger, meron pong money star. Number 2 na swerte is the north direction. Dito po ang victory and success. So make sure to use the north sector dahil success po ang north sector. Year of the rat, north sector is lucky sa iyo. Northwest sector is the number 3 na swerte niyo. Northwest sector is where the opportunity success star is located. So maganda mag-display sa northwest sector ng prosperity pig ng Tiger na Lucky Charm, ilagay yan sa Northwest sector. Ang number 4 na swerteng direction sa 2022 is the South direction. South direction is where the accomplishment or long-term success luck is 2022. If your year of the horse, maganda po, umupo facing South direction, maglagay kayo ng mga Lucky Charm ng mga horses, ng Tiger sa South direction. This might enhance accomplishment. If you're single naman, ang number 5 na swerteng direction, Southeast direction is where the love sector and education luck star. Pag nagre-review mga anak nyo po, magte-take ng board exam, bar exam, review 6 facing Southeast direction. This might enhance wisdom examination and love star. Yan po ang 5 na lucky sector for 2022.
Wow, ang rami para kailangan malaman, no? Tungkol sa mga directions in the year of the Water Tiger. Pero, Master Hans, will you always be successful if you follow Feng Shui?
Again, ang Feng Shui is an ingredient sa ating success. Kagaya last year, no? Naniniwala si Master Hans Kua na nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao ang gawa. Tayo po ang gumagawa ng swerte natin. Ang Feng Shui ay pandagdag swerte lamang. Ang Lucky Charm ay pandagdag swerte lamang. Sa dagdagan natin ng sipag, tsaka determinasyon, prayers, at maging mabuti sa lahat. Yan pa rin po ang key sa 2022, Year of the Water Tiger. Para tayo sabay-sabay tayong magtulungan para success ay ma-achieve sa 2022.
Ano importanteng mensahe, Master Hans, ang pwede niyong sabihin sa ating mga kababayan na that they should remember in the year of the Water Tiger to bring in more good vibes and positive energy? Kasi alam mo, Master Hans, marami ring nawawala ng trabaho, maraming natatalo sa negosyo. How can they have more good vibes and positive energy?
Alam nyo pare-parehas naman, hindi lang naman po Pilipinas ang may tinamaan o may pandemya na ganito. Buong mundo po ay may pandemya right now. So siguro pagtutulungan, dagdagan pa natin ang extra effort. Dagdagan natin ang extra determination, sipag, tiyaga, at pray pa rin po ang mga sandata natin upang mas maging tagumpay tayo. Ang 2022 hopefully will be a more promising year compared with 2021 because 2021 missing element ang wealth element. 2022 naman po ay mas marami naman po ang wealth element. Siguro pag magiging mas masipag tayo po ang gagawa ng swerte natin and be successful po sa 2022 Year of the Water Tiger.
Well, the bottom line is, no, Master Han, we control our own destiny, no? And we really still have to work hard. We have to persevere to be able to attain all our goals in life.
Thank you. Yes, correct po.
Gong Shi Fa Chai, Happy Lunar New Year to you, Master Hans Kua. Thank you so much for this Feng Shui exchange. And straight ahead on the exchange, where your business is our business. Ministop Philippines is now fully in the hands of Robinsons Retail Holdings. We find out what else the retail giant is setting its sights on. Plus, we speak to the owners of 59 Flower Cafe on steps you can take to build a business and make it bloom. Keep it right here on CNN Philippines. News you can use, news you can trust. Glad you're staying with us right here on The Exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. The Gokongwei Group is set to rebrand Ministop after taking full control of the convenience store chain next month. Robinsons Retail Holdings said in a disclosure to the stock exchange it will acquire Ministop Japan's 40% stake in their joint venture, Robinsons Convenience Stores. In my interview on The Final Word, Robinsons Retail's Gina Roa Dipaling said the Gokongwei family is eyeing more assets to expand their business.
Yeah, almost every year we are, buying or purchasing a company. Like last year, we purchased Rose Pharmacy in 2020. And then a year before that, Rose Stands. We are always interested in venturing into sports and furnitures, but we haven't really found a business to acquire yet.
The Philippine Competition Commission does not require Robinsons Retail to notify the proposed acquisition to the Antitrust Commission. So what does peace and calm look for you? Well, it could be the sight of a mountain or waves crashing upon the shores. For some, it could be as simple as flowers or a cup of warm coffee that you can share with family and friends. Let's now speak to the owners of aesthetic flower shop and dining spot, 59 Flower Cafe, siblings Shirley Wong and Cheryl V. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. Gong Xi Fa Chai, Kung Hei Fa Choi. Happy Lunar New Year to both of you.
Happy New Year. It's such a privilege.
So Cheryl, let me start off with you. Why did you decide to have a flower shop and cafe under one roof?
It's actually a unique concept that we got abroad from Thailand, actually. We both love aesthetic, fixing the house, my sister and I, Shirley. We both love fixing the house. So it's a thing, and Shirley also loves food. She has a lot of chain restaurants and cafes. So we decided to go into something unique, to venture into a coffee shop with a flower shop inside.
So Shirley, I mean, just taking a look at the photographs, it is beautifully arranged, no? Great furniture that you have in the coffee shop. And we just spoke with the Feng Shui master earlier. Do you believe it? Did it play a role in your interior designing 59 Flower Cafe?
We follow the very basic ones, like for instance, there should be no doors facing to one another, and of course the position of the main entrance where it should be located. So at first it was at the side, and then we transferred it to the center, so everyone can see our store right away whenever they pass through Paseo de Ross.
Yes, it has a great ambiance and a great location. And Cheryl, I mean, you know, setting up a business is not really a bed of roses. There are a lot of growth pains. What challenges are you facing as we continue to adapt in this ongoing pandemic?
This pandemic actually hit us hard because we have just started operating for a month when the first lockdown happened. For a few months, we had no choice but to close to stop everything for everyone's safety. But fortunately, we were then allowed to operate since we also offer food. That time, there were still not much customers going in, so instead of closing again, we used that time to train our employees and also improve on our services. We also focused on digital marketing, which was the main reason why we were able to cope up with this pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of businesses definitely suffered, particularly the small enterprises during this 2-year COVID health crisis. And surely, during the tough times, what advice did your parents share with you both?
There's always a famous Filipino-Chinese saying that "bo toksit bo tangja." In English, it literally means if you don't work, you don't have anything to eat. That is why we opened our business to be independent. At the same time, we get to share our creativity through our arrangements.
And Cheryl, was there a point during this pandemic when you had to close down after 1 month that you said, oh, never mind, let's just give up the business and maybe look for other opportunities?
We actually didn't give up. We closed for a few weeks just for disinfection and just to lessen the cases first, but we didn't give up. We decided to still go on with it, and now we're doing great amidst this pandemic.
Wow, a lot of perseverance, no? Patience and perseverance and hard work to get to where you are during this health crisis. So Shirley, what is the culture within the Filipino-Chinese community? Do you help each other, especially during these tough times, or do you have to rely on your own defenses?
Our presence in the social media is really very important, and since we have a great number of followers, so during special occasions like the upcoming Chinese New Year, Mooncake Festival, Chinese Valentine's Day, or even Chinese Singles Day, we make sure to remind our customers to celebrate with us and share the special arrangements that we made as a reminder of these traditions.
So Cheryl, tell us, what do you have in store for the Chinese New Year holidays. I mean, it's just right around the corner on February the 1st.
Yeah, this Chinese New Year, we are offering unique Chinese New Year arrangements. They are mostly red because it's a lucky color for the Chinese. And there's a lot actually. We also have good luck pots. We're offering for prosperity, for luck, for joy. We have different arrangements. You can check on them on our Instagram at 59 Flower Cafe.
So Shirley, tell us, does 59 Flower Cafe stop with just one branch along Paseo de Rojas? What are your ambitions with your sister for this cafe business?
Selling flowers, actually, making a business with my sister became very special. Not only we became closer, but actually we're also helping our community because sending flowers or buying flowers to yourself as a form of self-love became really more meaningful this pandemic because it's a universal language to show you your love, your care, your support, and even gratitude. It can stimulate happy and lighter mood. It can boost good energy throughout the day and even accelerate healing.
Absolutely. Take a look at those wonderful and beautiful flower arrangements. It really goes hand in hand together with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. So Cheryl, what is your advice to young entrepreneurs like yourselves who want to set up their own business, especially now in the year of the water tiger in 2022?
I only have two advices for aspiring business owners. First is to start. Start your dream business or whatever it is that is in your mind. Second one is to continue once you have started. Continue letting your business grow even if you're tired, even if you're down, despite the situation you are in.
Thank you so much for that advice and for this flower and coffee exchange. Shirley Wong and Shirley V. Wong of 59 Flower Cafe. And this is the exchange who makes sense of the facts and the figures and the ups and downs of the business cycle, because your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. Thanks for watching CNN Philippines. News you can use, news you can trust.